Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, on Platter video series videos I've been doing for a while now. We're go over there and try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about, hopefully delicious stuff that the time I'm doing this, folks, yeah, I mean, there's Goodyear tires, but, like, does that mean that somewhere out there there's old year tires? Does old year tires just throughout the course of the year gradually progress into New Year's tires and then the cycle continues indefinitely till the end of time? Probably not. But anyway, folks, I'm in the back room, beer can Thunderbolt poster, bunch of Marvel figures up there. Top of that, folks. Oh, crap, you'll light her off the side. Top of that, folks. I'm wearing a cool shirt. When I wear a cool shirt, I like to highlight the shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing? Well, it's fairly evident, but still, boom! Cold Chamber shirt. If you're not familiar with Cold Chamber, they're a band. They've been around for quite a while, albeit a bit off and on throughout the years. Broken up, reunited, broken up. Now they've reunited, hopefully for a long run. Hooray! Hopefully. I was fortunate enough I got this shirt when I got to see them on their first reunion tour that they did, probably about 10 years ago. Excellent show, like genuinely a standout show for me of all the many shows that I've been to. And hopefully they come back around. I can get some videos and do the whole thing that I like to do with the stuff. Because at the time, I didn't have a smartphone. I didn't know how prevalent smartphones were at the time. But anyway, folks, Cold Chamber aside. By the way, go look up their stuff. They have a lot of really good music. That aside, folks, what am I doing for y'all today? Well, I went over there. I did a couple of reviews for some ice cream. Some pizza ice cream, some mac and cheese ice cream. Continuing on with that theme, but making it a different thing, we're doing, as I get the stuff away, boom! Van Leeuwen's. Van Leeuwen's ice cream, but specifically, their limited edition champagne French ice cream. And why am I doing this now, and why is it going to be a different thing than the other ones? Well, because I've arbitrarily decided that this is going to be my New Year's celebration video. What with the champagne and such. I don't actually drink champagne on New Year's. I have a small glass of apple brandy, and I watch the movie Krull. And that is my New Year's. I usually get a pizza. Well, no, that's not true. Pizza's for my birthday. I used to get Thai food on New Year's. That used to be my thing. I did it for a couple years in a row, and I get it from this place called Subdragon, which I actually did a review of some Subdragon stuff on this very channel. Unfortunately, it's no longer relevant because last year when I went to go over there and do my thing, it had turned out that in like the 2 weeks since I'd been there, they shut down, sadly. That's always sad for me because I've done some restaurant reviews, especially early on in my video doings, and like I think half of them have closed, and it hurts me so much because I like so many of them. But anyway, so yeah, this is arbitrarily going to be my New Year's thing. At the time I'm doing this, we still got, I don't know, like a week and a half or so before New Year's really kicks in, but I'm doing ice cream reviews. Ice cream. So let's give this a shot, see how it is. Hopefully it's delicious. I had, well, if I don't even know if it's available anymore. If I'd thought about it in advance instead of arbitrarily, I could have gone over there and seen if I could get a hold of any of the Champagne Bang energy drink. I did a review for that, just in case you're interested. Let's open this up. Now here's the thing. I've certainly had champagne in my life, you know, occasional celebration stuff. I'm not the person to go over there and comment on the subtleties and experiences of champagne, but maybe an ice cream format will work for me. Ice cream. I will say you can smell it, which considering it's ice cream, and ice cream typically doesn't have much of a smell. Two things come to mind immediately. Number one, Yeah, I can take champagne ice cream away from that. I absolutely can. The only thing that it's missing is the alcoholic hit. It doesn't quite reach the crescendo that you get with champagne, which typically for me is kind of a good thing. I'm not a big alcohol guy, and particularly when it gets that alcohol point, that's where I'm a little bit with it. But with champagne, it actually does work out pretty well. It gives it a nice little edge. So I do miss that a little bit, but it is recognizably champagne flavor. Now, the other thing that immediately comes to mind is I actually really like this. I like this a lot. I was expecting this to be, and mind you, Van Leeuwen's, I've liked almost everything that I've had of theirs. I've done 4 reviews prior to this one. I did Hot Honey, which I loved. Grey Poupon, which I didn't love but was interesting and I appreciated. I did Pizza, which was good but disappointing. And then I did the Kraft Mac and Cheese, which I actually really enjoyed as well. So, like Van Leeuwen's, they're quality. No two ways about it. But I have to say, out of the now 5 that I've tried, this one doesn't quite beat out the Hot Honey for me, because that one was really my jam. This one, I think it's going to take second place out of the ones that I've had. I actually like this a lot. Because it grows on you. Initially, like the initial hit is kind of like a vanilla ice cream, and then, which is the perfect thing to carry it on. But the thing is, the flavor carries for a while. Like, even after it's completely melted, that's honestly when you're getting the biggest taste aspect of the champagne. So it's very light. Wow, it literally hits seconds after the initial, spoonful that you've had has dissipated. That's really neat. Like, not only from a flavor aspect, but also just from a taste experience aspect. You don't typically get that level of delay of the flavor. And I mean that in a good way, because like I said, it kind of builds and it just, seconds later, you're like, oh yeah, there's that little extra hint. Putting it vanilla base was the perfect idea. Vanilla is a great platform, and it's ultimately a subtle flavor. And that is the thing. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't taste boozy. It's also not like a super heavy flavor. It's recognizable, but it's subtle. And like I said, it carries through the entire experience. I like this a lot. I think they could have done a little bit more with the flavor. I think they could have risked amping up the flavor a little bit. But I understand they want to go over there, not only make a gimmicky, kind of fun ice cream, but they also want it to be palatable. And for me, I think they could have gone a little bit more with it. But I think that what they've done with it is still really good. It's just, I like the champagne flavor aspect of it more than I thought I would, if I'm entirely honest. I could do with a little bit more. But I do appreciate the subtlety, and I appreciate, yeah, I'm down with this. But again, you think of champagne, you think of celebrations. Maybe a little bit more, just a little bit, tweak the recipe a little bit, bump it up like 2%, just to give it that little extra oomph. Does this have any alcohol in it? It can't have any alcohol in it. Where's the thing? There it is. Oh, wow. No, there's that. No, there's nothing. At least I can see. Also, it's Ben. Roddy? I don't know how to. Rore? Rory? Maybe it's Rory. I don't know if that's a T or an R. And Laura, who are the folks behind Van Leeuwen's. Good on you, Van Leeuwen's. I like your stuff. Yeah. I'm very down with this. This is one of those ones where not only will I enjoy it from a gimmicky perspective, like with the Kraft macaroni and cheese, I liked it, but it's not an ice cream that I'm going to go over there and down in one sitting. It's a bit much. This, being subtle, it feels honestly like just a proper, if interesting and unusual, ice cream flavor that you could just get at places, which I like. Now that said, would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes, on both fronts. 100%. I would definitely get this again. And I would recommend it. Even if you're not that big of like a champagne flavor person. Oh, one of my little hams is coming out. Hi. Oh. She's hi. Hi, beautiful girl. How are you doing? Who's super pretty? Oh, she's super pretty. Her name is Aisha. She's super cute. But she's a new ham, so she's very hi. Hi, cutie. She's very still a little very fidgety, but she's adorable. Otherwise, I would go over there and do a little hamster cameo, but there's no way she would let that happen right now. But anyway, where was I going with that whole thing? Yeah, no, I would absolutely I'd say give it a shot because, like I said, I think with the subtlety of everything that it's doing, it's a perfectly palatable ice cream, and I personally like it a lot. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. And, folks, if you can go over there and have yourselves a truly fantastic and happy new year. Like I said, I guess for all intents and purposes, this is my New Year's special. Hopefully, we can all go into the new year, have good times, do all this good stuff. And as we go into the new year, final 2 things, folks. Number 1, let's try not to be an asshole. Let's make that resolution. I think that's not too hard of a thing to commit to. But we are going to fail. That's why I put try at the front of it. But let's try to go into the new year with some positivity. Hopefully able to deal better with this stressful existence that we live in and all that good stuff. And if nothing else, the sampler platter will always be here, folks. Probably won't. I don't know how. Well, it definitely won't eventually unless I create some sort of AI program to keep it going indefinitely. Then it becomes a Skynet thing, and it's Skynet at best. Hopefully it doesn't become a whole AM thing from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Which, by the way, if you love sci-fi, it's a short little novel called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. It is extremely cynical, but it's fun. Give it a look. Or a read. Or a listen. Audiobook. Anyway, what was I did the bring some positivity in the world as much as possible. It is, however, always appreciated. All that good stuff. And then the very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, hopefully the thing that you're going to do this upcoming year is go over there, work on yourself, work on your relationships, and hopefully just strive and do amazing things because that's really what we're all supposed to do. I mean, I shouldn't say supposed to do, but it's what we're capable of. And I feel like, unfortunately, and I count myself in this 100%, I feel like a lot of times we go over there and we kind of let ourselves down. We sort of underestimate ourselves, and we don't always put the effort in when we really could. And mind you, hey, if you're living your life and you're having a great old time, good on you. But I do think that most, if not everybody, we could, always do just a little bit better. So, anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. Like I said, Happy New Year. All the things, it's not Chinese New Year. Maybe I'll do one for Chinese New Year if Van Leeuwen's has a Chinese New Year themed ice cream flavor. Bye.